So in this video, I'm going to be talking about some of the books, utilizing that to kind of piece things together along with the promo. I will put in the description below the videos that I'm talking about. I will label them. Like if I'm going to talk about Benedict, and there's a person that Benedict is dancing with. I'm going to give you the link to that so you can go watch the video if you haven't seen it or something like that. It's just so that I'm not putting that stuff in the video. I don't want to get flagged down for anything, and I just want a good seamless video. And that's just it. And so yeah, let's get into the conversation. I'm going to be talking about season 3 of Bridgerton, looking at the promo, utilizing all of the books that I've read so far. I've read Eloise's book, Penelope's book, and not all of it of Eloise nor Penelope. I'm like in the middle for both of those books. And I'm going to be using Gregory's book and just Francesca's book as well, because I finished those. And I've read Benedict's book. I don't even remember why I read Gregory's book first, but that's beside the point. But yeah. Anyways, one of the things I want to start off talking about when it comes to Bridgerton is that a lot of people were worried about Anthony and Kate and not getting a chance to see them. We see in the promo that we're going to have chances to see them, but I want you to understand that they're supposed to be throughout the seasons. I know it can be a little like, oh no, they're just going to phase them out. We're not really going to see them like that due to Daphne and Simon. But the reason we don't see Daphne and Simon is because, the guy that played Simon left. So just be aware. Gregory's book, Kate is a big part of him finding his love, and so is Anthony. So they have to be throughout these seasons, you know what I'm saying? And the siblings in the books help one another find the love of their life and stuff like that, or just talk to their siblings, future significant other, and kind of persuade them and help them in their decision making and things of that nature, and just help the siblings make their decision as well. Kind of like how Anthony did for Daphne and how Daphne did for Anthony. So that happens with Benedict, that happens with Colin, that happens with Eloise, and different things of that nature. So all the siblings are supposed to be throughout the seasons. But yeah, they are going to be throughout these seasons, and I'm very excited for it. I really do feel like in my hearts of hearts, the way they're going to do the rest of these seasons, I don't think they're going to do Benedict's season next. I think they're going to do Eloise. And my theory will continue to be tested when, season 3 comes out and we see who they really focus on. And if they really focus on Eloise, which I feel like, because last season in season 2, they were really focused on the Featheringtons, and people were like, why do they matter? We need to be talking about Kate and Anthony. So I kind of see like they do this thing. But another thing I notice and really feel like is that if you look at the promo, there's a lot more of Eloise in the forefront of the promo pictures, just like more is circled around Eloise rather than Benedict. They've shown a few things with Benedict, but that has even just been even later in the promo. In the beginning of the promo, they show more Eloise. And another thing, if you pay attention to in just like the promo, there's been a lot more, to me, more you seeing of, again, the interviews when they bring people on. They've shown the girl that plays Eloise, I'm drawing a blank at her name. And then, yes, in other interviews that they bring the cast, they bring Benedict, Luke, and I think that they're trying to let us know and put in our face these two, because it's going to be Eloise and then Benedict. I could be totally wrong, and that's understandable, but I feel like because Benedict is such a favorite character, they're trying to prolong and keep people as long as they can to develop the other people's stories so we can start loving them just as much and being excited about their story. So they're going to push him back because you're waiting for his story. You're clawing for his story. And so am I, because that was the whole reason why I read the books, because I was like, I want to hear Benedict's story. Like, I hope he's season 3. And then it was Penelope and Colin. But the thing I've noticed, and another reason why I feel like it's going to be Eloise, is because they do this thing where they make the next person's season that's coming up a little bit of the villain in the season that's before them. Like, look at Anthony in season 1. Like, he was so annoying when it came to Daphne. Like, he's getting in the way of this girl finding love. Like, yeah, you know, he was trying to be protective, but it was a little bit overbearing. Same thing with in season 2. Not Eloise, but Penelope is kind of a little bit of the villain. They don't make it so you just downright despise this person. They do it to make them a little annoying and for you to kind of give them a side eye. And so in the 3rd season, Eloise is kind of a little bit of the villain because she's friends with Cressida. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think it was season 1 where Cressida basically was like telling Eloise, you shouldn't even be hanging out with Penelope. And she was like I would rather die. You know what I'm saying? Than hang out with you, basically, Cressida. But like, think about that. Like, I just think that Eloise's season is next. But so I think in this season we're gonna see, like, even in the promos, they've been showing Francesca and introducing us to her. I honestly like that. I thought she would be kind of more confident in herself, but she's kind of shy. She's a little unsure. And I feel like I'm not saying it's great, but it's going to be great in the sense of better character development. In the book, in Francesca's book, it makes a lot of sense that she's a little unsure of herself, because in the book, she is kind of unsure, you know, and she kind of, you know, is like, oh, I don't know. And she just doesn't know what to do necessarily. And she goes through a lot. But I believe in this season, based on the promo, that we're going to get a chance to see her find her first husband. Like, if you know the books, she gets married once and then she gets married again. And so I believe that they're actually going to marry her off, and then we'll get a chance to see her being married and really kind of fall in love with her. And then everything is going to happen in her season. But again, I don't know how everything works, because they can, you know, change things up, even though that's the way it's supposed to go in the book. You know, they're basing it off of the book, but everything doesn't need to be the same. And that's something that they've always said, that they'll look through the book, figure out what they really like, keep it, and toss out other things. And they've done a really amazing job in really actually making things better than it was in the book. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. But I know a lot of people who read the books are upset. But they do such an amazing job. And so, yeah, I just feel like they're going to marry her off. And if not, they're really going to be showing her stepping out into society. And I kind of feel bad for her even in the promo, because she seems like she's sure of herself, but then she just is kind of like, she's nervous, and I get that, but it's exciting to see her. But I'm really happy that they recasted the girl. Sorry to that other actress, but the other actress was great in the sense of, like, this is the younger Francesca, and say, like, even though no, they don't really look alike, this is the older Francesca. Like, she looks older, she looks mature, and she looks like she's perfect for when her season comes, because I feel more comfortable watching her in her season. And it's not to say that they couldn't, like, age that other girl up, but she looks like an adult. And but yeah, I'm excited, and I just hope with all my entirety that the person that they hired to play Michael, I think that's his name, her second husband, is beautiful. The first husband, he could be okay. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to get a looker, because I'm not trying to get attached to that brother. And on top of that, I don't feel like they're going to get somebody that outshines her second husband, because that's her main man right there. You know what I'm saying? And in the books, he's kind of supposed to be somebody that, you know, gets a lot of women and different things like that, and just be beautiful. So I want to look at the screen and not think. I want a King George type of handsome level. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be a thinker when that man comes on the screen. You know what I'm saying? I want to rewind the scene, look at him, look at Francesca, and be thankful for her and wish it was me. You know, that's what I want. That's what I need. That's where my priorities lie. Right there. I don't know if they're going to start like Benedict's story in this season. I feel like that would be a little bit too much. Like, it would be too much to focus on, because again, in the books, he meets his wife, and then it's like it's supposed to be like a Cinderella story. He meets his wife, and then I don't think he sees her for like a couple of years, and he doesn't recognize her when he first sees her. He's like, oh, you kind of look familiar, like, but he's kind of saving her. So it's like, and I think at the time in the books, like, she cuts her hair, she just looks different, she's not dolled up, and it's a masquerade ball or something like that. So they have masks on, and she never takes her mask off. Like, I'm ready for his love story. But the thing is in the promo that they leaked, and they show it in the behind the scenes, like the Netflix behind the scenes. So I'll link that in the description below, and I'll label it Benedict. So then you will know, like, this is the stuff for Benedict and everything like that. I'll label it so you'll know if you want to go look at it, and then come back and look at the video. Come back. Anyways, there's a lady that he's dancing with, and I was like, oh, is this Sophie? I hope I said Sophie this entire time and not Sophia. I keep getting that mixed up, but Sophie. And I posted that on another video, and somebody was like, no, that's not Sophie. That's her. Somebody told me that it's Lady Tilly Arnold, and they were like, oh, she's a widower or whatever. But that woman right there, she's intoxicating. Like, she's gorgeous. Like, I feel good about this. We get to see him in a little fling or whatever the case may be. Maybe have a glimpse at love, or maybe she kind of just points him in the right direction, whatever the case may be. But she's supposed to be in 2 episodes. So it's very exciting. She's beautiful. Like, I don't know. Like, she just seems breathtaking. I'm just happy for him. But she's not going to be the person that plays Sophie. So, yeah, because it also threw me off, because I'm like, he's meeting this woman, but they don't have masks on. But again, they don't always do everything like the books. But I was excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, is this Sophie? Is this Sophie? But the thing is like, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to start his story. I just feel like that's a lot. Like, starting his story and starting maybe Francesca's story. I get it's an ensemble cast. So, but I don't know. They can always pull it off. It's Shonda Rhimes, it's Julia Quinn, and they have a new showrunner. And I need to learn her name. But yeah, they'll pull it off. It doesn't really matter. I'm just here to watch, eat popcorn, and be thankful for life, because I graduate May 10th. And then Bridgerton is blessing me with part 1 on May 16th. Like, how can I be more thankful? Thank you for my graduation present. Anyways, I'm excited for Miss Tilly Tally. So there has been this black guy that they've been showing in the promo, and they've been showing him looking like lovingly at Violet, or just, you know, kind of got a little something in his eye for Violet, and him talking to Lady Danbury. And people have been speculating that that's Lady Danbury's son, but no, his name is Daniel Francis. Or no, the actor is named Daniel Francis, and he plays Lord Marcus Anderson. And he's supposed to be in at least 2 to 3 episodes. I'm not sure. You know, things can be very unsure. But he's supposed to, like, when I read his description, he's supposed to come in there and kind of mix things up. But if you look in the promo, and I'll link this down below in the description, I'll label it. If you look at the promo that's on their Insta, you see Violet and then Lady Danbury standing there, and him in the back. And Lady Danbury looks agitated, and Violet kind of looks, but like she's not supposed to really be looking at him like that. Like, I feel like this is going to be her garden in bloom. And to me, he's not a bad looking guy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited. I'm excited for Violet. Side note, I need them to do a spinoff of Violet and Edmund's love story. You know what I'm saying? If they want to call it Queen Charlotte and do a little, ensemble thing, we get to see a little bit more of Queen Charlotte. We get to see a little bit more of Lady Danbury and the things that she get into as well. Because I need her to be with somebody fine. I need her to be loved. And on top of that, I don't need her to just be like she's single and whatnot. Like, I want her to like be able to do what she wants, have a little something on the side. You know what I'm saying? But I want her to have more than Violet's father and Lord Danbury. Like, what? Our girl deserves better. And bring back Arsema Thompson, if that's her name. I'm sorry if that's not your name, girl. I just feel like that's your name, but I don't think that. You know what? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Young Lady Danbury. I just want to see her win. I love that girl, but I'm not good at with names. But yeah. I'm excited about Marcus, and I'm excited about the woman that's going to be playing, Miss Tilly. So I'm excited that they're introducing new characters. I forget what the guy's name that's supposed to be with Penelope. But I'm not really worried about that because we got that figured out. He's just supposed to come in there and bring jealousy amongst the crowd. And I cannot think of his name. Give me a second. I'm drawing a blank. Girl, I could not think. His name is Lord Devlin. I have not been paying attention to him, but I know he a good man for coming in there and making Colin realize the phenomenal, beautiful woman, superstar icon that he's missing out on. Yeah. Get your act together, sir. I want to see him suffer this season. I want to see him crawling back to her on his nails, his toes, inching to her, crying, tears falling down his cheek, whimpering, asking Penelope for forgiveness. I need it. I need every second of it, every moment, and I will rewind it. I need to see tears. I need to see emotions. I need to be entertained. Okay? But that's beside the point. Lord Devlin is a good man, a great man, Savannah. We love him. Nothing but love here. Yeah. The last thing I want to talk about to show you how out of order this stuff is and how crazy this stuff is that book 1 is obviously Daphne and Simon. Book 2 is Kate and Anthony. Benedict is book 3. Eloise is book... I feel like she's book 4. No, I'm messing up. She's book 5. Penelope is book 4. Benedict is book 3. So yeah, okay. You get my drift. Like, I don't know why I'm messing it up. So, and he's finding himself. I keep looking at the top count. I'm just looking here. He's lost to the order. This is what's so crazy. So in 1824, Eloise is supposed to be getting married. Penelope and Colin are supposed to be getting married. And Francesca is supposed to be marrying her second husband. So it's crazy that they skip Benedict, because Benedict by 1824 is supposed to be married to Sophie and have 3 children. But what they're going with now is that we left off with him kind of feeling lost in himself and leaving art school. So, and I feel like anytime we see Luke talk about like what Benedict is doing next and stuff like that, he just talks about like he's just trying to find himself. And so they have him in this little fling, this new little relationship that's going to be for like 2 episodes. And it's just very interesting what they're doing with Benedict's story, because they're just pushing that mug down. And it's just really interesting. Like, it's like, I will give you the whole unnecessary timeline that I wrote down, but it even confused me. But long story short, 3 of the Bridgerton kids are getting married in the same year. And in the book, it's so funny to me when this happens, because it's in Francesca's book that this whole charade happens. And really, to me, at that point in the book, a little spoiler alert or whatever, Francesca is is having a lot of, alone time with Michael that she doesn't even realize how much time has passed. Like, that's the way I interpret it. I get it that they're sending letters and moving the date up and back for the weddings, but I also feel like it was supposed to display like, girl, shawty is doing so much behind the scenes with Michael that she don't even really understand time. And that to me is what I need to see on the screen. I need you to be so engulfed in your man that you don't even know that it's been 3 weeks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all been getting down and dirty for so long that nothing else matters. Like, yeah, you a little upset you missed the wedding, but long story short, it really don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But I really like their story, and I'm very excited for the setting up for Francesca, and I'm really excited to see what they do for Benedict. My last little bit that I will say, I don't know how they're going to up the ante with Benedict. Like, you had a transformation for Anthony, you had a transformation for Penelope and Colin, but how are you gonna make Benedict better? Like, what are y'all possibly gonna do? Like, it's one, like, I don't know, I think it's in season 2. Season 2 Benedict, the way he looks is so cute to me. So I'm thinking to myself, how are y'all gonna go up from this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really see how you can improve him. I don't know, what are you gonna make him gain like 20 pounds of muscle? Like, I have no clue. Like, I'm really shocked. I don't even think they're gonna do anything, but I don't, like, everybody has a glow up. You know what I'm saying? And I just can't, like, I'm excited about it, but like, and I kind of feel that same way about Eloise. I see how they could kind of do something for Eloise in the sense of, like, she's a woman, like, she's matured into a woman. We've seen her as a teenager and she's so cute, she's so beautiful, she's so pretty, but I could see as her glow up kind of just be her growing up and becoming a woman. Benedict is already a grown man. What else are you going? I mean, if you're trying to make him more like, I don't distinguish, I have no clue how you're going to do this. But in Shonda we trust. Okay, amen. Now, for my next videos, I will continue to be making videos about Bridgerton. I will be making reaction videos to each episode, or compiling them. I'm not sure yet, but I'm going to do what I feel is best. I just kind of want to make more content around Bridgerton so we can have a discussion, we could talk about, we can analyze. I do enjoy doing this. And I'm also going to make a review video on the books, but also make a book club version where it's like I talk about the books just like I talked about it here, but talk about what I love, what I hated, and things like that. And just hope that other people who also, agree, disagree, go in the comment section. We kind of have a discussion and we can further that discussion and kind of have a great time. So yeah, I will be posting more of that stuff. So stay tuned, like and follow. Like and subscribe for more. Thank you. Mwah. Okay.